Happy New Year! Welcome to 2021. Whoa. Still feels weird to say that, hey?
It does. This is the first Sunday vlog of 2021. How crazy is that?
So crazy.
And what vlog are we on this week?
We are on vlog number 43. So here we go.
Well, it is a new year.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
But we've returned to our original filming setup. Look,
Whoa.
back here at home, on the couch. Got the sign behind us.
Our very original setup, though, was my office.
Well, that was the original. I think we were there for 1 week.
We were, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Horizon kids.
It's Jacob.
And Carly.
And we are back with you today on vlog number 2.
Number two.
Two.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching us last week for vlog number 1. We're so glad you joined us. We had an overwhelming reaction from our family.
Yeah, you guys. So,
that was a good one.
long time ago.
So long ago. It's crazy. And now we're into 2021. How wild is that? Well, I hope all of you out there watching had a really great time celebrating the new year with your family and whoever else might have been around.
Yeah, but it's what a crazy few weeks it's been with Christmas, with New Year, and now school's starting up again this week for lots of you, but some of you will still be in restrictions, and it's all kind of all over the place.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a strange start to the year, but
It is.
we are here for you every week, every
week.
Sunday.
And if you're not already, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to this channel, give this video a like. Boop. Let us know that you're enjoying watching. And hey, if you're enjoying watching with us, why don't you tell a friend? Let someone know. And if you are new here because someone told you to check out the vlog, my name is Carly.
Yeah, and my name is Jacob.
And we're just really excited that you're here.
Yeah, we're so excited. Well, let's start off with our birthday shout-outs. Cool, we got 3 today, Carly.
We do, and we're very excited to celebrate these birthdays. First of all, Samuel turned 12 this week.
So exciting, just
Happy
recently.
birthday, Samuel.
Happy birthday. And next up, we have Bruce, who turns 8 today. Are you really 8 today? Oh my goodness.
Oh
wow.
man.
Getting so
8.
old, Bruce.
That's awesome.
Happy
birthday, Bruce.
And who else do we have, Carly?
Last but certainly not least, Valerie Rose is turning 7 this week. Happy birthday to Valerie Rose.
So good.
If you know any of those people that we just gave shout outs to, make sure you call them up, send them something nice, maybe drop something off at their door. Let them know that they are loved and celebrated and special on their birthday.
So good. Cool. Well, we're going back to the weird holiday this week. And we have a special one. We actually filmed this earlier, so we're going to jump over to other Jacob and Carly now.
Hi. So, we filmed this bit separately.
Yep.
We have a festive kitten.
She's not a very happy festive kitten right now.
Yeah.
She's being a bit of a Grinch. Yeah.
See, clearly, Meek loves Christmas as much as we do. And
We just wake up in the morning and sometimes she's wearing the hat by herself.
Totally.
Yeah.
She loves it. And we just don't want the Christmas fun to end, really.
Yeah.
So we filmed this separately because we had to figure out what our weird holiday was going to be.
Yep.
But as it turns out, January 3rd, I believe it was actually like January
actually
3rd.
today.
Yeah, today, is Trivia Day.
Whoa. That sounds like we should do some trivia then, Carly.
That's what I thought, yeah. And big shout out to Jordan.
Woo!
Um,
Clap, 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 clap. Oh, she's by my hand.
Jordan actually emailed us, gave us a really great idea that I loved about how we should do an ultimate quiz show with Christmas movie theme.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a fun idea. But of course, because of the current restrictions and just the craziness that is Christmas time, we weren't able to get the gang together and do a proper quiz show.
Yeah. But we're doing the next best thing, which is a Jacob and Carly Ultimate Quiz show.
Yeah,
Woo.
so there we go. So thank you, Jordan, for your awesome idea.
Yeah.
I loved that. I hope to maybe next Christmas we'll do a
That'd be pretty fun.
quiz show version of it.
An Ultimate Christmas quiz show.
Yeah.
She's very wriggly. She does not want to be here right now. Do you want me to take the hat off for you? Will you be happier then? Yeah? Okay, there you go. Okay, well we have 10 questions for each other, right, Carly?
Yeah, so we each went and found our own questions for each other. We have alternatives in case we ask the same question by chance. But I've got 10 questions for Jacob. We'll see where his Christmas movie knowledge is at, and then he's got 10 questions for me, and we'll test my Christmas movie knowledge.
Yeah, my prediction is on Carly because,
he's not so good with his movie trivia.
No, especially Christmas movie trivia.
What was your name in the...
Rick Jordan.
Rick Jordan.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Is this Carly and Jacob or Carly and Rick?
Well, Rick was the host,
so I guess this can be Jacob.
Doesn't quite work.
Okay, you've got 10 questions for me.
I do. Okay, so I tried to pick movies that I think you would know.
Okay,
at least.
cool. I just pick random ones. I know you've seen a lot more Christmas movies than I have.
Well, and I know that you haven't seen a ton.
So kind. Thank you.
I would watch Christmas movies all year long if I could. They're so great. Okay, first question.
Yep. And we're also doing this today, guys, because we know lots of you have been stuck at home and probably been watching lots of Christmas movies.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully. I mean, I like to keep the Christmas spirit going for as long as I physically possibly can.
Yeah.
So maybe some of you guys are like that.
Okay, question 1.
First question, what is the name of the dog in How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Oh no. Brian?
No. It's Max.
Oh, okay.
What is the name of the dough that Rudolph likes in the movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
At a bit of a disadvantage because I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Oh.
Shirley?
It's not a bad guess.
Yeah.
The answer is Clarice.
Yeah. Okay, 0 for 2.
0 for
okay. Can only get better.
In Home Alone,
Yep.
where does Kevin's family go for Christmas?
Paris.
There
I know
you
that.
go.
Woo!
You got one.
It's getting close. Okay.
Okay, you know this movie too. In Elf, Buddy has to travel through which forest?
The candy cane forest.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well done.
Nice. Okay, I can do this.
Okay, I made you watch this one this year as well, so hopefully you'll know it. What color is the ornament that Charlie Brown puts on his tree? She asks to the colorblind person.
Brown? Red? I'm not sure.
Which one are you gonna go with?
We'll go with brown.
It's red.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
1 out of 4.
In A Christmas Story, what gift does Ralphie receive from his aunt?
I also haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a fun one.
I'm gonna guess a bike.
No, it is a pink bunny suit.
I would not have guessed that. Ralphie gets a pink bunny suit.
Yeah, it's a pretty big part of the movie,
okay.
but I guess you have to know the movie. Okay, this one I also made you watch, so hopefully you'll know. What is the name of the head elf in the Santa Claus movie?
Bernard.
Yeah, it is.
Woo!
I wasn't sure if you'd be tripped up by that one because...
He doesn't really come across as the head elf.
Well, part of the joke is that what's his name? Scott Calvin. He keeps calling him by different names besides
Bernice
Bernard.
or Bernie or
Barnabas.
Barnabas, yes. I do remember that. That was a fun one.
Even if you haven't seen this movie, it's pretty iconic.
Okay.
So finish this iconic line from It's a Wonderful Life. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his...
Wings.
Yeah. I made that one easy for you.
Thank you.
Okay, what is the name of Scrooge's fiance?
Belle.
You knew that one. Wow. I'm impressed. In which city did the 1947 film Miracle on 34th Street take place?
In which city? I'm gonna guess New York.
You would guess correct.
Ever in doubt for a Christmas movie? New York, right?
It's true, it's true.
Is that 10?
That's 10.
Okay, how many did I get?
6.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Wow, that's
Not
pretty
bad,
good.
not
That's
bad.
better than I was expecting.
Passing grade.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me get my ones up. No cheating, Carly. Expect you to get 10 out of 10 on these, right?
Well, I hope so. I don't know how hard you made them, though.
Also, when you watch buzzes, don't look at it because that's going to be the questions coming in.
I'm not sure you were as considerate with me.
Clearly. Well, I think you've watched all these, so. Okay. Question 1. In Frosty the Snowman, what is the name of the magician? Take a guess.
Bill.
That's Professor Hinkle. Not Bill. Oh, maybe he's Bill. Professor Bill Hinkle.
Yeah.
I think we'll go no point on that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Now, question 2. In Elf, what is considered the first rule of the Code of the Elves?
Treat every day like Christmas.
Ding! Yes. Nice. Okay. Question 3. In the Polar Express, who can hear the bell ring?
The girl.
More specific.
You need her name?
Nope.
Oh, I see. People who believe in Santa.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Ding! 2 out of 3? Okay. How many Home Alone movies are there?
4.
5 Home Alone movies. Only the first 2 have
many.
Kevin in, so isn't that crazy? 5.
There's too many. Only the first one's good. I
Okay.
don't like the others.
What was the name of Santa's super sled engine in Elf?
Oh. The Kringle? 3000?
Yes! Yes! Exactly right, the Kringle 3000.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Where did the McAllister family live in Home Alone?
Is it New York? No, it's not New York. I don't actually know. I can't think. Somewhere snowy. It's definitely somewhere with snow. Is it New York? I'll just guess that.
No, it's not. It's Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Okay. That's right. Question 6, I think. What is the name of the tune sung? What is the name of the song sung by Kermit the Frog on Christmas Eve in The Muppets Christmas Carol?
Oh, I don't know.
I think you've watched this film now.
I have.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Is it like a Christmas carol?
No.
Something about being a frog?
No. You want me to tell you? Or you want to just take
Yeah,
a look?
I'll just guess Silent Night.
Oh, the name of the song is One More Sleep Till Christmas, is what he sings on Christmas Eve. Okay, question 8.
I feel like your questions are a lot harder than mine were.
In the song Frosty the Snowman, what item brought Frosty to... Maybe they are harder, but I knew you were better at Christmas movies than me, so I had to even it out.
It's the hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
The old
So
silk
an
hat.
old silk hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Question 9. How many siblings did Kevin have in Home Alone?
Oh no. So many. Oh wait, no, not that many. Because it was like his cousins were over too. 2?
1.
Oh, it was just his
Just
brother?
the one. I know. I was
Oh.
kind of shocked by that one too. It's just his brother.
It's just his
and the rest are
brother.
cousins. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
They're such mean cousins. I always thought like siblings were the mean ones in that film, but it's actually his cousins being mean to him.
Well, his brother's mean as well. He's the one with the tarantula. And...
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so final question. In the Polar Express, what letters does the conductor punch into the main character's ticket when he punches it?
No. B-E.
Yes! Ding, 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 ding. Well done. Okay, so you got 6 as well. We drew.
No, 5. Isn't it?
6. Treat every day like it's Christmas. You got only those who truly believe. Yeah. Kringle 3000.
Mm-hmm.
Old Toe Cat. Oh, B&E. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't expect to win this.
I lost. I think your questions were harder than mine, though.
Maybe. But anyway, that's it for Christmas trivia.
Yep.
Let's head back
to the other Jacob and Carly.
Well, thank you for that, Jacob and Carly.
That
Always
was great.
great.
Yep. Always fun.
Okay.
You can look forward to more weird holiday things in the near future as we continue along our Sunday vlogs. And now we're going to talk about our theme, because not only is it a new year, but it's also a new month, which means new theme. And throughout the month of January, our theme is called Rules for Life. Play well, finish strong.
Cool. And so this month, Carly, we're talking all about responsibility, which is showing that you can be trusted with what is expected of you.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's really good.
That's a great theme for this month.
Yeah, and the verse that we'll be focusing on all month long is found in Luke chapter 16, verse 10.
Cool. And what does it say?
It says, "Suppose you can be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large."
That's so good. And we're going to tie that in to our bottom line today, which is love God, love others. So we have our Bible story now, and then we're going to have a message, and we will see you at the end.
Hey everybody, my name's Erica, and if you're like me, you love playing games! I love sitting around a table with my friends and family, playing card games, board games, or any kind of game. I just got a new game in the mail today. Duga Pioneers! But I'll have to wait just a little bit, because if you're also like me, you can't play a game until you know how. I feel like I owe it to the designers of this game to learn all the rules so I can play the game the way it's designed to be played. It's my responsibility. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. So let's check out these rules. The Doja, Duga, Doge, Doje, Doja Pioneers Instruction Manual. Rule number 1. Each player should roll the enclosed red die to determine who goes first. The person who rolls the highest odd number should be the first player to begin the adventure. The person who rolls the lowest even number should draw a standard utility card. If the card is beige, they should go second. If the card is fuchsia, they should go last. If the card is orange or gold, all dice rolls are null and void, and the process should be repeated from the beginning. Okay. Rule number 127. Should you run out of standard utility cards or action cards, you must pause the game until more cards are ordered, and cards can be purchased from the website listed below. Expected delivery can be 8 to 10 business days. Oh, this is exhausting. I mean, I get it. We need a lot of rules. Rules are important in the games and in life. But we'll learn in today's story. Maybe the rules don't have to be so complicated. Let me just pull this back to where it, excuse me, sorry.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verses 36 through 40.
The book of Matthew The very first book in the New Testament was written by, you guessed it, Matthew. Now, even though he was a tax collector and disliked by others, he became one of Jesus' followers. And years later, he wrote an eyewitness account of the things that Jesus said and did. For example, he tells us of the day that the religious leaders tried to trap Jesus with a trick question.
Teacher, which is the most important commandment in the law?
The religious leaders followed 613 different laws. They wanted Jesus to pick just one law so Jesus would get in trouble for leaving out the other 612 laws. But Jesus didn't fall into their trap. Instead, he took this opportunity to show everyone that following God doesn't have to be complicated.
Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everything that is written in the law and the prophets is based on these two commandments.
Now, Jesus wasn't saying that the other 611 laws were wrong. He was only saying that if you look at every choice in your life through the lens of loving God and loving others, you won't go wrong. If you love God and love people, you will fulfill all the other laws. It's truly that simple. Often, it's in our darkest times that we find the most amazing opportunities to show love to others. In the past year, due to COVID-19, we've seen a lot of people put themselves on the line to help others.
Doctors, nurses, medical workers. But we've also seen grocery store cashiers and delivery workers put themselves at risk of getting sick. So each of us could have the food and supplies we need.
That's love in a big way. And you know what? Young people and kids have stepped up too.
In Reno, Nevada, a college student named Jade Powell recruited a few friends to help elderly people buy their groceries during the pandemic. Within a few days, the idea took off. More and more volunteers jumped in to help shop and drop off groceries on the doorstep of older individuals. Within weeks, shopping angels reached all 50 states and other countries too, all because one student saw a need and chose to stop and show God's love.
Sometimes showing love to others only takes a few minutes.
In Columbus, Ohio, Taryn, who is 9, and Calliope, who's 6, knew their elderly neighbor loved classical music. Because she was in isolation and couldn't go out, they took a concert to her front porch. For 30 minutes, they played a private cello concert just to brighten her day. It was a simple and amazing way to show love to others.
Let's look at one more story.
In Portland, Oregon, a high school junior named Julia Lynn quickly realized that with school closed, some kids and families would not be able to get enough to eat. She put out the word online in her community, requesting food donations. Within days, she received over 400 responses. Julia picked up each donation herself, and with the help of the school student government, she set up distribution centers where families in need could pick up the food. In helping provide food to hungry people, Julia was clearly showing God's love in action.
God loves us so deeply. He's done so much for us, it's our responsibility to take that same love and show it to others. As Paul reminds us in the book of 1 Timothy,
"Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. Set an example for the believers in what you say and in how you live. Also, set an example in how you love in what you believe."
don't wait for somebody else to go first. Now is your time. Now is your chance to love God by loving others.
Hey, have you ever noticed how many rules there are in life? Look both ways before crossing the street. Hey, you! Look both ways before crossing the street! No talking in class.
No talking in class, children. No talk.
You can't say something nice? Don't say anything at all?
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
When you read the Bible, you'll see even more. There are hundreds of rules and commandments from God in here. And learning all of them would be really complicated, even if you studied them your whole life. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be so complicated. Jesus said that all God's commandments, all of his rules, are based on just two. Rule number 1. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love God, love others. It's so simple. When you follow that rule, all the other rules are taken care of. After all, you're not always gonna have the rule book with you. So when you're in a situation where you're not sure what the rules are, just ask yourself, how can I love God through this? Or, am I loving other people? That should help keep you in the game. So here's the one thing to remember today. This is the most important rule for life. Love God, love others. Because really, it's more than just a game. If you follow Jesus, then loving God and loving others is your responsibility. But it's up to you. You can make it complicated, or just keep it simple. Yummy. Eatsy, eatsy, eatsy. See you next time.
So, today, as we begin our new theme of responsibility, which is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you, we're starting off with what is known in the Bible as the greatest commandment. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? What makes something the greatest? A number of years ago, there was a television series called The Greatest Canadian. It was a little bit like a game show, and the idea was to look at Canadians throughout history who had made a significant impact on the country and on the world. Then, the show would take a closer look into the lives of all these historic Canadian figures, and eventually, through voting and other processes, there was a decided winner who would then be known as the Greatest Canadian. There were some amazing people in the running. Many of you have probably heard of Terry Fox, who did incredible things as an activist for cancer research. And there was also Sir John A. Macdonald, who was the very first Prime Minister of Canada. And at the end of the show, the decided winner was a man named Tommy Douglas, who is primarily known as the father of Medicare, which is Canada's healthcare system. So, what do you think should determine what makes someone or something the greatest? Let's see what you guys think. Whoever you're watching with today, let's see if you guys agree on what would be the greatest fast food restaurant. Maybe you think it's McDonald's, or maybe someone thinks it's Wendy's. What do you guys think? Or how about the greatest sport in the world? Is it soccer, or maybe the Canadians would say hockey, or Americans might say football or baseball? Or what about the greatest movie? Maybe it's a classic, or maybe it's one of the newer movies that's come out recently. Or how about the greatest song? Sometimes it can be hard to choose when there are a lot of really great options out there. But in the Bible story that we're looking at today, we see that Jesus' followers, some men who were known as the Pharisees, they were asking a similar question. In fact, some of them were trying to trick Jesus into slipping up by asking him this really difficult question. They were probably hoping that he would say something that they could then call him out on and correct him. But Jesus threw them off by answering very clearly and confidently. He said in the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verses 37 to 39, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, love him with all your mind. This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as you love yourself." Everything that is written in the law and the prophets is based on these two commandments. Jesus summed all of the many laws in the Old Testament, which apparently there's about 613 of them, and these Pharisees would have memorized all of them perfectly. Jesus summed up into just two straightforward commandments: love God and love others. All of this might make you wonder, what does it really mean to love God? How are we supposed to love the God who offers his love to us unconditionally. How do you express love to a God who is all-powerful? And a big way that we can show love to God is by loving his people, the people he created. Sometimes that can be kind of simple, but I think we all know that it's not always easy. Showing love is more than just a feeling. It's taking action. Giving away a pencil to a classmate when you have a big old stash of pencils already is not really a hard thing to do. Or hugging your favorite grandparent who you love so much after they've had a bad day is not very hard to do. But loving others goes beyond close friends and family. What does it look like to love perfect strangers? Is it easy to love others who look different than you? Are you willing to offer love to those who maybe speak a different language than you? Often, it can be in our darkest and most uncomfortable moments that we find the most amazing opportunities to show love to others. In the Bible story video that we just watched, we heard of a few really cool examples of people showing God's love, particularly over this past year when people have been struggling. Just last month, in fact, we as Horizon Church had some amazing opportunities to love God and love others by doing good things in our community. Things like the Christmas gift boxes that went to our adopted school, or the Christmas hampers which provided food for families in need. Some of you may be thinking, I want to help others someday, but don't wait. We do not need to wait until we're in high school or until we're adults or until you can drive to show God's love to others. We don't need to wait for someone else to go first either. We can be difference makers today. In fact, I know that many of you who are watching right now were there with our church helping to serve our community. There's no age limit to showing God's love. I know some of you were there helping wrap up presents or packing bags of food or counting up supplies and so much more. So, as we finish things up, here is a question for you. What are things you're expected to do? Is it the dishes or taking out the trash or mowing the lawn? What kind of things are expected of you? As you mull over the things that are expected of you, think about the words that Jesus said to the Pharisees. We are expected to love God and love others. If you want to love others but you're not really sure how, you can ask God to help you show love to the people around you. And then when they see how you love them, they can see how God loves them too. This isn't always easy. So let's take time to pray and ask God to help as we try to love others the way that God loves us. Dear Jesus, thank you for your word, and thank you for taking all of the laws in the Old Testament and summing them up into 2 simple commandments: to love God and love others. Jesus, when we are having trouble doing that, would you help us to find different ways to show love to God and to show love to the people He created? Give us creative ideas to serve the people around us and just show your love to all of them so that they in turn would see you and they would see the love of God as well. Help us as we continue to learn all about what responsibility means, what the Bible has to say about it, and what that can mean for our everyday lives. We love you, Jesus. It's in your name. Everyone said together, Amen. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you learned something. Can't wait to dig into this theme a little bit more with all of you.
Thank you, Carly, for a great message on responsibility and all that entails for us. So we have some questions for you guys this week. These will just help you go a bit deeper and are great things. So why not start the new year with doing these discussion questions together as a family around the table, in the car, driving somewhere. They're super helpful to go deeper and these questions are super helpful to go deeper in your faith, and we we hope that they're an encouragement to you when you're discussing them.
Yeah.
So the first question we have today is, what's one benefit of being responsible? I can think of a few. Yeah.
Good question
great
to
question.
discuss. Yeah, lots of benefits come with being responsible.
Yep.
But on the other side, what is one consequence of not doing what is expected of you? Because there's also consequences for when you aren't responsible. So what are some of those things?
Totally. And what's one way you could show more love for God and for others this next week?
It's always good to have one very practical goal that can be completed quickly, you know, not just like we make New Year's resolutions and think to ourselves like, yeah, sure, I'll eventually do that.
I'll do that.
But make it for this week and challenge yourself to get that done.
So good. Cool. Well, it was great to have you on our first vlog of 2021.
What?
You watched the whole way through. You're one of the winners. Well done.
Great.
We will see you guys next week.
Bye.